Michael, what is today's audio?
It's about a comparison of two SMSL PA200 bridged and two Marantz PM-12 OSE biamped.
The second PA200 has arrived, and Master would like to hear a comparison of two PA200s and two PM-12 OSEs each.
Yes, I want to hear it.
By the way, what is the difference between bridging and biamping?
This is an important point, so let me explain it clearly. The premise is that two PA200s can only be bridged and two PM-12 OSEs can only be biamped. We can't compare them with the same connection.
So you are comparing bridged and biamped connections.
I found an easy-to-understand connection diagram on the Accuphase website, so I will quote from it to explain. Both bridged and biamped connections require two power amplifiers. Normally, one amplifier can drive two channels of speakers. The bridge connection is to output one of the two outputs in the positive phase and the other in the reverse phase to the speakers. A pair of speaker input terminals is all that is needed. Bi-wiring speakers are connected using jumper wires. The bridge connection is not something that can be done with two amplifiers.
Why not?
Because amplifiers that do not support bridging cannot output the reverse phase signal. In the case of the PA200, it can output both positive and reverse phase signals only when the input signal is connected via XLR, so it can be bridged. For this reason, the PA200 has terminals for two stereo channels of RCA input, but only one monaural channel can be connected with XLR.
What are the advantages of bridging?
The advantage of bridging is that the voltage to drive the speakers is doubled. It is said to drive the speaker better because of this. However, since we are dealing with a reverse phase signal, there is a possibility that it could become noise instead. In the case of the PA200, if the impedance of the speaker is 8 ohms in the bridge connection, the output power is a whopping 250 watts. Next, let's talk about biamping. In the biamp connection, two channels of output from one amplifier are connected to the high and low outputs of the bi-wireable speakers, respectively. This is not possible with any amplifier, since the two channels of stereo output are output in mono. Since two speakers are connected, two amplifiers are required. The PM-12 OSE is an integrated amplifier, so it requires two preamplifiers. Marantz calls this reproduction method complete biamping. By using separate left and right preamplifiers and power amplifiers, pure reproduction is possible without being affected by noise from the left and right amplifiers. The PM-12 OSE does not handle reverse phase signals, so bridging connections are not possible.
I see. Compared to bridged connection, the advantage of biamping seems to be smaller.
I think the bridge connection is more advantageous because the increased output is more impressive.
What kind of equipment do you use?
The sound source is Amazon Music, the network streamer is Linkplay's WM Ultra, the DAC is SMSL's SU-9 Pro, and the speakers are B&W's 705S3. The outputs from the DAC to the respective amplifiers were connected with Belden 88770 XLR cables and Gord GCR 600 RCA cables. I set the DAC to variable volume output because the volume of the PA200 is not usable when bridged.
I see. Was there any difference between the bridged PA200 and the biamped PM-12 OSE?
The bridged connection of the PA200 has a more powerful low-frequency range. The bass of the drums seems to be more powerful in the bridged connection. I also felt that the resolution of the high-frequency range was higher than expected. On the other hand, the biamped connection of the PM-12 OSE has a well-rounded sound. The sound is well-balanced, high-resolution, and highly complete. In comparison, the bridge connection of PA200 is rough, for better or worse. The bridged connection of the PA200 was also attractive in terms of sound quality, but there was another big problem with the PA200.
What kind of problem?
Every time the sampling rate of the sound source is changed, there is a popping noise. Before I can say whether the sound is good or bad, I can't enjoy the music because it is so annoying. With one PA200, there was no pop noise. When I bridged two PA200s, there was a pop noise.
What kind of pop noise? Does it bother you that much?
Pop noise can occur when the amp is turned on or when the sampling rate of the sound source is changed, as in this case. Even with the biamped connection of two PM-12 OSE units, there was a small but noticeable pop noise when the amplifiers were turned on. But that was only once when the power was turned on. No pop noise was generated when the sampling rate was changed. Only when two PA200s were connected in a bridge connection did the pop noise occur when the sampling rate was changed. The reason for the pop noise when the sampling rate is changed is that there is a momentary jump or interruption in voltage when there is a break in communication where the DAC, digital filter, buffer circuit, clock generator, etc. are temporarily reset and resynchronized.
But it doesn't happen with a single PA200, does it?
A single PA200 produces a pop noise only when the power is turned on. Otherwise, no pop noise is generated. Just to be sure, when I connected two PA200s to a single-ended RCA, not bridge connection, no pop noise was generated. So I think the cause is where the phase-inverted signal is created for the XLR output from the DAC.
Is there a countermeasure?
I tried changing the network streamer settings and the DAC settings, but could not prevent the pop noise related to the sampling rate change. Changing to a different network streamer or DAC might prevent the pop noise caused by the sampling rate.
Can't we just be patient and enjoy the bridged connection of two PA200s?
I can't because I am very concerned about the pop noise. On the other hand, the PM-12 OSE does not handle inverted signals, so there is no pop noise caused by the XLR connection. Even without pop noise, I found the biamp connection of the PM-12 OSE easier to listen to than the bridge connection of the PA200. I thought the bridge connection with its higher output would be more powerful, but the biamp connection does not handle the reverse phase signal, so I guess that is why the pure reproduction is possible.
Michael, do you use the biamp connection for the PM-12 OSE?
I don't know. At any rate, I understand that the bridge connection of the PA200 cannot be used.
I see.
To sum up, biamping two PM-12 OSE units gave higher quality reproduction than bridging two PA200 units. Also, the bridge connection of two PA200s produced pop noise when changing the sampling rate.
I guess bridged connections are difficult. You never know with audio until you try it. Master, you learned a lot about bridging and biamping today, didn't you?
Yes, I learned.